We live in a world that it's full with options when it comes to selecting a digital audio workstation for the production of music. But there is this rare occasion in which you find a DAW that is actually unique, and in this case we got Bitwig Studio, which in my opinion it's a very interesting take on the whole digital audio workstation game because it has plenty of elements coming out of the modular synthesizer world and applied in a digital audio workstation environment, which it's amazing and turns the whole thing into an instrument in and of itself, making it perfect for the production of music that relies heavily on the use of samplers and virtual instruments and of course synthesizers. And what you're about to see is an excerpt of a live stream in which I'm gonna be using Bitwig Studio to control analog synthesizer, in this case the fantastic Modular 32 by Mo. But I'm not only stopping there because I'm gonna be using some of the devices that are part of Bitwig Studio in the real world through the use of the device known as the hardware instrument device. With that being said, let's get into it. Here we go. When it comes to MIDI, first you gotta select the channel that your device is working with. Since I know that my Moog is set to expect MIDI signal from channel number 1, I will select channel number 1 here. Look at that, I wasn't lying. 16 channels. And then I'm going to select the output, the MIDI output of or the cable or the converter that I'm going to be using to send the MIDI information contained in Bitwig to my digital, my analog synthesizer. How? We're going to select Mayo or Mio or wherever, because it's the name of the cable that I'm using right now. If everything goes according to the plan, can you show them the synthesizer?
I can.
So stun and brave.
There it is.
Perfect. The other shot will be better.
Mm.
Oh man. Taking your time, no problem. Thank you very much. Okay. This point here should lead up as soon as I press a note. Let's see. Look, it's working! Good. But we got no sound. Why is that? Coming back to Bitwig. We're gonna have to select the return of the king. And in here, since I already got my outputs routed correctly when it comes to the cables, I know that my hardware, my synthesizer is being plugged into the system through the use of channel number 8. Let's do it. I'm gonna go here. This is the name of my audio device, Black Hole, and I'm gonna look for input number 8. Look, this is bus 8. Perfect. Kind of matches. Now, in theory, it should work, but like communism, just in theory. Why? Let me show you this. If we click on my instrument track, on my hardware track, right now, it's outputting to the master fader, and that's awesome. But you won't be able to hear it, so I will have to go to my sum, and now, if I click or press my keyboard. It's farting. It worked! Awesome!
Of course!
Perfect. So let's now begin having fun. Okay, now we got this guy going. If I press any note, and Thiago is gonna kindly confirm that it's actually going through. Is it?
It is.
Perfect, look at that.
Kind of low volume, but it is.
No, it is. We're gonna fix that. Okay, let's begin. First and foremost, let me explain my routing. Going back to the hardware stuff, look. Right now, we are using MIDI through the use of Mayo, Mio, or wherever the name is of that device, to control and send information coming from MIDI, from Bitwig, through the MIDI cable to control the notes here in the Moog. Perfect. From there, the Moog, its output is being sent to my warm audio DI. Probably the one on top, that would be better.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We're going into this guy. Perfect. From there, the warm audio, it's outputting into the discrete preamp, which is the one that is bringing the synthesizer back. But you can see here on my warm audio that I got an extra cable. Where is that cable going? You might be questioning yourself. Great question. I'm glad you didn't ask. It's going. Is creating a copy. Is the Synth which means that everything coming into the DI box is also replicated through this cable. Where is it going? It's going into the micro pitch by Eventide. Where's the squirrel?
Huh?
The squirrel.
Well, it's
Too
here.
late.
No, there it is.
Okay.
You asked for it, there it is.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Okay. It's going into the Eventide. And the Eventide is outputting into inputs 5 and 6. Why am I doing that? That's known as a wet, dry, wet setup. It's basically speaking parallel mixing with hardware while tracking. Why? This is awesome, you'll see. Okay, let's begin. So, we got our mock farting. Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please let me know by clicking on the like button underneath. It helps us quite a lot. Now let's continue. Since we're dealing with MIDI, we can apply devices, MIDI triggering devices, to or before the hardware insert, such as the arpeggiator. Let's do it. Here we go. Since we're dealing with Bitwig is still intelligent enough, unlike myself, to detect the positioning or where you're clicking. So it will show you the proper devices that will be effective in that particular position. In here, since I click before my MIDI instrument, it's gonna show me everything that is MIDI note triggering, okay? And in this case, we're gonna use the arpeggiator. Okay, thank you. Let's see if it works. It does.
Yes.
Of course. So, the arpeggiator allows us to control of course, the amount of notes being played at the time. And if I go here and press, I don't know, this chord, cool. Nothing fancy, right? Let's begin. Let's see. I'm gonna just press play. Let's find the proper key for this section first. Of course, it's C. Okay, now we got it. Let's. I'm gonna go a little bit higher on the octave. Like it bad, you start to see that we got some artifacts. So let's begin. I'm gonna simply record the note here. And from here, we're gonna begin messing around with the sound design. Here we go. So let me make sure that I got my channel selected for the recording. There it is, perfect, thank you very much. Let's go. Perfect.
What an outstanding performance.
Oof, that was Jordan Rudess worthy. Okay. That was sarcasm, by the way. Okay. So let's see. Damn it. My mouse went rogue in a second. It did. I was back.
Okay.
Okay. Let's continue. I just simply made sure that my my performance, the note is starting and finishing where it should, okay? Now, I'm gonna loop this section back and forth, because now we're gonna begin playing around with our instrument. Let me get the controls over here. Since we're dealing with an arpeggiator, we can play around with it the same way as you would if we were dealing with a regular instrument. So let's say that I'm gonna press play, let's change the octave first. It's starting to do something fun, right?
Yeah.
But this is kind of too basic, don't you think? Let's add some more. I'm gonna now test around with the different steps of my sequence. Since we're dealing with the sequence, let's see. Let's try this guy being the 7th. Let's see. How cool is that? We're starting to get to fun territory. It's starting to sound musical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see. Right now I'm just playing just one note. Let's add the fifth. Or let's find a better chord actually. Let's see. This is way too boring. Let's see. We're doing right now. Okay, this could be even performative. Let's try it. I'm gonna let that thing. And let's begin. Here we go. Recording, yes. Here we go.